Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be doing something which one of you guys suggested to me actually, and I thought this was quite a good one, and that is show off all of my custom objects. And there's quite a lot. We've got 380 objects, and I have actually cut down. These are all the objects that I've had since the release of the Surface Grid update, which was update 24. So all of my objects from before, up to 24. A lot of them don't exist anymore. I have them saved on a hard drive because they're in update 23, and they don't work in the modern version of the game anymore. So a lot of objects have since come and gone. But currently I've got 380 different objects saved in my list here. So without further ado, we're just going to hop straight into showing every single one of these off. I mean, 380 different objects here, so yeah, it could take a while. So I don't know how long. I don't know if this will be a part 1 or a part 2, or how many parts I'll be doing for this. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. So first off, we're starting off with the custom solar system objects. I have them currently labelled at the top. That's why they start with like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I do them alphabetical so they appear above all the other customs. So it just makes it look a little more organised and cool looking. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually we'll go still. Let's place a Mercury in here. So let's just go ahead and zoom into it here. So we're in the good old rainbow background. We haven't used this sim in a while. So custom Mercury, I mean, pretty simple. It's just a custom Mercury with a slightly more realistic sort of look to it, so more greyed out. This was a modded object from quite a while ago. Good thing it still exists in the current version though. So yeah, that's a nice one there. So we'll quickly hop through all of these. Then we have the custom Venus, which I've been using for a long time now. That object actually predates the surface grids. That's one of the really old ones. You can see actually underneath, still got the good old Venus texture underneath. It's very cool modded clouds there. Then we have an Earth, just to have it there. It's mainly just a normal Earth, just with a slightly altered blue atmosphere, if I remember right, on that one there. I wouldn't mind seeing a new modded Earth, actually, with more clouds. So I don't mean like atmosphere thickness like Venus. I wouldn't mind seeing an Earth where the clouds have been turned up a bit. I think that'd be quite cool. So if anyone could actually make one of those, that'd be really cool to see, actually. So there is a Earth. Then we have Mars. This one's obviously got a custom Mars' atmosphere on it. But the way they do the atmospheres in the game at the moment, you have to sort of turn the atmosphere up to see it now. So let's just go ahead and do that quickly on surface here. So you can't see the atmosphere mass. But if I turn it up, then it should start to appear like that. I don't know why there's clouds on it, because that isn't normal, but yeah, you can see the colour of the atmosphere, that sort of palish, reddish colour. That's how it should look. The white clouds are looking pretty cool on it, but yeah, they shouldn't be on that, so I don't know why they are. That's rather peculiar. So minus 60, so no idea why those clouds are appearing on it, but yeah, the main thing is that reddish atmosphere. That's the only unique property this Mars has. Next up, we've got a Ceres. Again, that's literally just there, like the Earth is, just to complete the set. So nothing has been changed on that. It's just a bog standard Ceres. Then we have Jupiter. This is one of Mad Planet Guy's modded ones. This is one from quite a while back. This isn't the most up-to-date one. I do have all of his up-to-date ones, say further down the line though. So we've got a normal Jupiter there. Then we have a regular Saturn again, same purpose as the Ceres and the Earth, just to complete the set. Then we have Uranus. This is one of the old modded Uranuses where it's just got one band, if I remember correctly. So yeah, just a nice pale Uranus, a simple bog standard build to make it look more realistic there. Then we have the ultra colour enhanced Neptune, which is this bad boy here, and it's looking gorgeous as always. That's one of that was Mr. Misselos. I think he sent that one to me quite a while ago. That's quite an old object, actually predating a lot of the objects in here. That's from update 23 at least. That's definitely before surface grid time, and yeah, that's a gorgeous. Absolutely love that one. So there is that. Then we have a Pluto, all the way down here. So this one has a pink colour trail, which looks pretty cool, and it has a white atmosphere on it. But that atmosphere is probably not showing up for the same reason like the Mars one. So again, if we want to have the atmosphere to show up, we would have to increase its atmosphere mass drastically. So let's just go to 1 ATM. That should make the atmosphere show up, and yeah, it just has a nice little white atmosphere to go on it, which looks pretty cool. So there is Pluto. So the custom Pluto. Then we have a custom Iris, which is basically just a Pluto but painted in white. I don't know why our Pluto's looking smaller. The Pluto shouldn't be that small. Look at our radius here. This should be 1183, I think it is. It's Pluto. And then Iris is 11865. That's right. So I think I got Pluto correct if I remember right. So Pluto and Iris there. Then we have Make, or Make, I think is what you guys in America call it. So here it is. So Make. Got a slight like pink tint to it. Then we have the custom Sedna here. This one was made by Mad Planet Guy, and this one has a really cool. I've not really shown this in a video before, but I've always meant to use it and add it into my custom solar system. I just haven't got round to doing it, so I need to add that in actually. But yeah, this is a sweet looking custom Sedna. Got craters. It's got the fallings, all the red color on it. That one looks really cool. But yeah, not actually shown that off in a video really. Then we got the good old custom Planet 9 here, an absolute classic. That is pretty much the oldest object on the list at this point. I don't think I've got any other objects that predate this. This object goes all the way back to 2016 when they first brought out the Planet 9 update. So this object is 5 years old this year. That's pretty hectic. That is, yeah, very, very old object now, the good old Planet 9. If you want to build your own, that's all you simply need to do is just make these colours here. So if you want to see all the colours here individually, so nice and simple. But yeah, this object to me is still very valuable. And yeah, classic, because this was a random spawn. This wasn't modded. It didn't have any code. Modding didn't exist back in those days in 2016. This was all random generated, and it was an absolutely gorgeous one at that as well. So there's the Planet 9. And then moving on to, we've got the Goblin down here as well. So here it is. So a nice sort of yellow and blue. That was based off the concept art when that planet, or that dwarf planet was first sort of announced. I think they changed the name of it now. So we've got Planet 9, and then moving on to the many versions of Jupiter and the other gas giants here. So these are all of Mad Planet Guy's modded Jupiters that he's given me over the years. So again, there's a full line of them up there. So we can see they all have different band counts and all different modifications. This is currently the ultimate Jupiter, the ultimate prize. This one has 15,000 bands, I think it was, with some hella loads of time put into it. So there's that one there. So modded Jupiter. Then we have the ultra modded Saturn, the ultra modded Uranus, and then I think there's two versions of those actually. And then we have the ultra modded Neptunes all the way down here as well. So got the Saturn. That one's the crazy like 10,000 band Saturn. I love the blue area at the top of it. That is really cool. Then we got this Uranus here. Not sure what this Uranus is actually saved for. Actually, it's only got one band. I think it's slightly less in. I think it's more realistic than the one over there. I think that one. I think this one's slightly more blue. This one's a little more pale. So then we got the modded Uranus with just the crazy amount of bands on that. We got a modded Neptune here. This one was a predating version. There's actually a more modern version of this now. Here it is. Yeah, this one here. So that is the ultimate banded Neptune. And then we have the dark spot variant Neptune of the Neptune here. So if we just swap those around. So we've got the ultra banded Neptune, and then we've got a slightly less banded, slightly more enhanced colour version here, and then we've got the dark spot version of it as well. So yeah, we've already got, how many objects have we got in here already? So we're still on the solar system objects here. There's a whole lot more to come. So then we have Titania, Callisto. So these are all just modded moons. And then Triton, which I used recently in the Evolution of the Solar System series. So that was a custom Triton I built. Gave it some dark patches as well to make it try and look like the real one. We've got the black looking realistic Callisto there. And then we've got Titania again with these weird clouds it didn't have before like Mars did. So that's pretty weird. But yeah, there is all of those guys. So looking good here. So we've already got a big lineup of stuff. I mean, that is pretty cool. I'll probably have to save it and just have all the objects in here at one point, because I think that'll look really cool. So we'll just put the moons next to the Neptune here. So there is pretty much the solar system collection there. That's just the solar system modded objects. So yeah, pretty cool list of stuff, honestly. And I'll go ahead and actually just save this simulation. And we'll just call it, I guess we'll just call it NG's objects, because we've got quite a load of those in there. There we go, make it look cool. So there we are. Excellent. So there's the first sort of batch of objects. So now moving on to the just completely modded objects, no solar system stuff anymore. So we have got the deluxe objects, and obviously if you guys have been on the channel for a few months now, you would have recognised these guys from when I was making the coloured solar system series. So we've got the Christmas Deluxe. This was all originally based off this object here. So if we just move away from the solar system stuff, so we'll just go behind it. So Rainbow Deluxe was the original one. This was actually sent to me by one of you guys in one of your solar systems. I can't remember who created it, but it's a gorgeous looking world. It's got obviously, it's a Rainbow Deluxe object. It's got loads of bands in it, and yeah, nice load of colours. So if we just look at the bands here, just a nice load of stuff there. Some of the black ones I think are just glitched. They still have their normal colours in there. So yeah, that's a cool one. And then what I did with this object is for all of my unique solar system series, so we remember if we did the warm coloured solar system, we did the cold coloured solar system, we did the Grayscale, the Christmas, the Valentine systems. We made modded versions of this. We changed it and yeah, made the colours more applicable to the system we were building. So if we get the full lineup of them now, so we had the Christmas version. Let's go to still objects, please. Yep. So we had Christmas Deluxe. We had the Cold Deluxe over here. We had the Fire Deluxe, so the hot and cold ones. We had the Grayscale version, the neon colours. So we'll put that one there. That's quite similar to the original one, actually. We had a pastel coloured version. There's a rainbow, and then we had the Valentine's, which is a lot smaller for some reason. So there they all are there. So again, Neon Deluxe, quite similar to the original one, but it was just using the sort of neon-like colours. So the red, some of the other colours like the red were removed on that one. So there's obviously the original rainbow. Then we had the Christmas version, which was obviously red, white, and green, which was that one there. We had the old Valentine's one. We'll place that in the middle there. So Valentine's, make it a little bigger as well. I don't know why it's so small. I think it was smaller for the system it was in. So let's make it a little bigger there, so it matches its sister objects. So let's put 3 Jupiters, I guess that roughly fits in there. So we had the Valentine's one. Then we had the Hot Deluxe, the Fire Deluxe, which was all using hot, warm colours, so colours of warm temperatures and stuff. So that was the Fire version. And then we go all the way over here. So we had the Cold Deluxe, which is obviously cold colours, so green, blue, purples, stuff like that. Then we had the Grayscale version, which is obviously from the Grayscale system, so the only colours you can use are black, grey and white. So Grayscale. Then lastly we had the Pastel version, which was just all of the Rainbow Deluxe, the original Rainbow Deluxe, but basically made so all the colours were a lot more pale, which gave us that. So there's all of the Deluxe gas giants there. A nice collection of those I built up, all just based off this original rainbow sent by one of you guys. It's kind of made a family of objects here, which is pretty awesome. So there are those guys. Right, next up we're sort of moving on to random objects at this point. So we've got just a lot of objects sent in by you guys that I've collected from your systems and stuff that you guys have given me here. So we'll go ahead and move to just a different sector of the system, I guess. Or not system, simulation. So we'll just go ahead and go behind it. So we've got 2 mass over here. This is made by Mr. Missalot. It's actually used in one of my size comparisons. I think I made it slightly more orange, or I heated it up, but it was still this object underneath. So I think I made it like warmer or something, so it looked really cool. So I think I made it something along the lines of that. So it looked, yeah, really, really awesome there. So that was a 2 mass. So that was Mr. Missalot's. So I do try and keep the name in with some of these. And we have a 33B Rogue here. This is an object I saved recently from one of your simulations. Apologies that I won't be able to remember the name of the creator for every single one of these, because obviously I've got 380 objects. It's quite hard to remember the creator for every one individually. But we've got this one here, which is a Rogue object from one of the recent simulations I checked out. So it's a very dark object, which is cool. Next up we've got 51 Airy B here. I think this was Mad Planet, guys. Can't be for sure on that. So that's just a nice looking banded object there. Then we have got 55 Cancri Mark II. I think I may have made... honestly, I cannot remember. Looking at it now, I don't think I did make this. But yeah, that's a cool looking world there. Then we have got this one here. This is from one of your simulations as well. And it's just a really, really cool looking blue object with craters. That was from a recent one. I think this was one of Saturn's moons modified. So yeah, that was a cool looking one. If anyone wants to take credit for their objects, feel free in the comments, let us know. Next up we've got Arbor. This was from a recent simulation as well. And this one is just a gorgeous looking purpley clouded object, really. I mean, yeah, it looks great. So looking underneath it, there's obviously the heavy clouds. And this is going back to what I said about Earth. Can someone like modify a cloud like this onto Earth? Obviously they'd have to be white clouds, but can someone modify like deep white clouds on Earth? Because obviously the real Earth has a lot more clouds than it does in the game. And I think if someone could mod like bright clouds like that, white clouds onto Earth, I think it would look quite cool, covering the surface up more, making it a lot more cloudy looking. So if anyone could do that, please send me a copy of that, because that'd be really, really cool to show off in a video. So next up we've got Aria here. This one is looking already crazy. What's this one all about? Oh, this was from a simulation recently. I think this was from Siren's simulation a week ago. I think it was. Yeah, I think that was his. That one's got a very negative contrast on it, giving it that cool effect there. So there's that one. Next up, we've got Zane B's HD 189733 here, or 773. So it's just a nice white and cyan coloured object here, looking good, nice and simple. Then we have Bespin here. This is a really old object as well. This object was a random generation as well. No modifiers here. So kind of like my Planet 9 over there. Yep, this was a random spawn. And it's also based off the planet from Star Wars in Empire Strikes Back. And then we had Bespin Cloud version, which was a modded version of it. I think it's kind of broken in the current version of the game, unfortunately. But this one was a rocky planet with an atmosphere. Let's see if the atmosphere still functions if we turn it up. Let's have a look here. 1 ATM should be enough. There you go. So it had, yeah, it was a rocky planet with an atmosphere on it, and then it should have had city lights at one point. So let's re-enable those and put them back on. City lights? No. Underneath the atmosphere, maybe. Where are they? Come on, city lights. Oh, that's a shit. I don't know. Always. Yeah, there we are. Are they working? Come on, city lights. Clouds. Nah, it looks like it's kind of bust now, but yeah, that was a rocky planet version that gave it clouds and city lights at one point there. So that was quite a cool looking object. Still not too bad, but it's quite an old broke one. Oh, next up we got the original Big Rock. The original save of Big Rock from long ago. And it's actually a gas giant now. Looks like the game's calculation system's changed since this object was created. Obviously, if we make it a tad smaller, it should turn back to its original state. That's what it's supposed to look like. Was the blue and green. That's an old object back from probably 2017, maybe 2016. But yeah, that's an old object there. Obviously, it's as large as 2 mass. It's a very large rocky there. Next up, we got blue here. This was actually featured in one of the recent videos of evolving a custom solar system from birth to death. This was blue. Just a nice, bright blue modded object, really. So, there it is there. Very nice indeed. Next up, we got this object here. So, blue Luol, I think is how you say it. And that's just a nice blue object. Also got negative contrast on it. So, there is that one there. Next up, we got Bolly by Gigaman. So, this is a nice purple and just nice mixes of purples and pinks in it, really, giving you that. That's a good looking world there. Then we got the bright objects. Some of these aren't functional. I need to sort through these ones because they don't appear as they used to. I mean, this bright one still looks amazing, but it doesn't look like how it used to because these were from update 23, if I remember. I think they survived the surface grid update. I mean, yeah, they don't look like they used to. I mean, let's be honest, but I mean, they still have some unique properties of their old modern ways. I mean, yeah, look at that. I don't think you can really customize them, but yeah, they still exist as a somewhat form of uniqueness. So that's the collection of the bright objects. I can't remember who made them, unfortunately, but yeah, they still look fairly cool in the modern versions of the game. So there are those guys. Let's move the gas giants just out of the way. So we'll have all the rockies together and all the gassies together, actually. So there are the bright collection there. Next up, we have got... Oh, there's Bright 7 as well. So it's a white version of it. That white one's actually quite cool. Next up, we have got Bromine World. I think this was from one of the competitions. We've also got Brown Dwarf over here, so let's place that one over there. So, there we are. I think I created this. Or maybe I didn't know that. I think that was actually a modded object. So, there's Brown Dwarf. Yeah, back over here. It's got all the bright objects. There's Bromine World. Yeah, this was for... That was one of the competition winners, if I remember right. Next up, we've got another version of Callisto here, which was an older variant, a modded Callisto. Next up, we got CAM, which is one of Mad Planet Guy's objects here. So that's still looking fairly functional as well. Cool. Now moving on to some of the objects from the Christmas competition. So we have the modded Earth. I can't remember who made them all. I didn't label it, unfortunately. But yeah, we had all of the objects from the Christmas competition. I made sure to keep all of them because I think I used them in a Christmas-themed solar system. So yeah, we've got all of the Christmas objects from the old Christmas competition still saved, which is cool. So let's just line them all up there. Okay. So there we are. It's a nice line of all the Christmas objects. Some of them are obviously broken in this current version of the game. Some of them are still looking pretty cool. But yeah, there we are. There are those guys. Next up, we have got Cloudy Green, which is just a... I think it's just a modded object with a green version atmosphere on it. So there's that one there. So just a green Venus, basically. Next up, we have got Cold Fermia. This is, oh yeah, this one was used in one of the recent... I think this was used in the cold solar system. And it's looking pretty darn fine still as well. Look at that. I'm liking that. So that's, yeah, cold version of Fermia, which was another object we got saved. Next up, we are onto the... Okay, so now we're onto the competition objects. So we can obviously... We've seen all these in a fairly recent video, so we'll quickly go ahead and just spam place all of these guys down. We'll do it in a different sector of the simulation as well. So we've got Competition 1. That was Mad Planet Guy who won that. So let's place them all over here. Then we had... So we'll just... Competition 2, which was Mr. Missalot. Competition 2, Mad Planet Guy. That was a joint win between those guys. Then we had Competition 3, which was Error XD. Competition 4, which was Anonymous. Competition 5, that was Siren. Competition 6 was Siren. He had back-to-back wins. Competition 7 was Error XD. Just go ahead and zoom in on these guys a bit. Okay, Competition 8 was Error XD again, so he had back-to-back wins. Then we had Astronomy Geeks object. Mr. Misslot, he was winner of Object Competition 9. Competition 10 was... Where's number 10? Where's number 10? Oh, we have 111. Was it Rondell? It was Competition 10? I'm guessing it was Rondell. Honestly, I can't remember, honestly. Wait, oh, there we go. It was, okay, so it was this one. That was a winner of Competition 10. There we go. So Rondell was just another object saved from one of the simulations in the competitions. So we had 10, then we had 11. Where I said Competition 11 was Stuck in 2D, 12 Demunic, 3 was Error XT again, or 13, 14 Stuck in 2D, 15 was Pluto Neon, 16 was Siren with the Valentine's Gas Giant, and Competition 17 it was Core. He was the winner of the last one, I believe. So there's the full line of all the competition objects. Obviously we saw those in the recent competition videos. So yeah, there's a full lineup for all those guys. Looking good there. Excellent. So yeah, we've done all those guys. So we did the rondel. Then we had so yeah, these ones here. I can't remember which competition these were from, but yeah, these were all competition objects as well. So there they are. Still got all of them, some of them saved. Not all of them, but I do have most of them. So let's place that one down there. There's another one from Pluto Neon there. Okay, so that's all of the competition objects placed now. So a full line of stuff there for the competitions. Right, going back onto like just random objects. So let's head back over to the main list of stuff here. Alrighty, so we had a Coreos 7B, which was a modded object. It still actually looks pretty good today. Actually, this one has been ruined, but yeah, that surface still does look very scorched. So yeah, that's a cool looking object there. Then we have Coruscant. This was based on what the Star Wars planet. This was the planet of all the city. The entire planet was a city. Looking pretty broken in this version, unfortunately. So maybe we could remove the water on it, is my guess. No, it doesn't even do anything, unfortunately. Yeah, object is kind of bust now. So there's that one. Cryotopia. This one here, that is completely finished, whatever that used to be. You can see in the image it used to be a nice blue world, but now it's... don't know what's happened to that. And now we have Curio. Then we have some of the desert competition objects here. So I saved a few of those to use as templates in the future. So some just desert worlds. I saved all of them by the looks of it. Look at that. It's got a full list of all the desert worlds. Still some quite good looking worlds in all of those. So then we have this one here. So let's quickly just line up all the desert worlds. That one is that's a cool looking one here. A Lombi. Hey. So over here. Okay, so that was that one. Alright, then we have a DP Leo B, so another gas giant. Just place it over there for the time being. So that's like a Jupiter sort of lookalike there. Dust Storm Mars. Oh, I remember Dust Storm Mars. So it was just a Mars with its atmosphere opacity turned up. It doesn't seem to be working. Let's quickly just give it its atmosphere back. So it'll buff it up. So just increase that. And yeah, its atmosphere, Dust Storm Mars. Atmosphere was completely hidden underneath the dust storm. So very thick versioned atmosphere of Mars there. So that would obviously all get hidden. So that was I should bring that object back. That was a cool one. So Dust Storm Mars. Next up we have Early Venus. That was from a recent simulation. This one looks like it's completely ruined in this version. It's only been one update and this object's already completely been destroyed. That's quite annoying. It's very annoying. You can still see the surface underneath it. I think it's just the water. It's gone a little funny on it. But yeah, that was an early version of Venus before it went to Greenhouse Hell. So there's that. Then we have a version of Earth here. This is a future version of Earth. So it's just called Earth. And yeah, it's just an Earth with a Venus atmosphere sort of on top of it. With a very scorched surface underneath. So future Earth and then a past Venus there. Next up we've got EBLMBF over here. So that's a cool looking world there. EBLMD Prox. So I think these were from a system, one of your guys' systems. Honestly, I cannot remember the makers of these though. There's still just so many objects in here. Apologies, I can't remember. Honestly. Next up we've got Empher here, which is another object here. But yeah, probably a good 80% of these I've collected from you guys that have sent me objects in over the years. So that's a nice blue looking object there. Some really cool objects hidden away. I haven't shown or haven't been used in ages. Next up we've got Eon here. I think this was Siren's object from one of the recent Checking Out Subscribers Solar System series ones. That one's looking a little messed up with the current update as well, which is quite annoying. Let's just remove all the water. Hopefully that we can see underneath it a little better there. So there it is underneath. Yeah, I think the water just needs readjusting on that to fix it. So there's that one. Next up we got the Epsilon Dannies over here. So these were all of the I kept all of these from that competition as well. Just go ahead and place all of these guys in. There was that pretty hectic rainbow one. That was pretty weird actually. When I saw that in the competition I was quite surprised because it didn't really fit the Ice Giant theme, but it was quite out of the blue having that there. Then I got my original save of it. That was actually from that was a random spawn, that one there as well. And this was actually a custom Uranus at one point as well, the pale blue on it there. But yeah, there's the full lineup of all the Epsilons. I think my personal favourite was this one. I just really like the band colours on it. So yeah, that was a really cool looking one there. We also got this super bright one from Siren. That was cool. And then yeah, there was the hectic rainbow version of it as well. So there's that one. Okay, moving on, we have got Ups and D. This was an old object Mad Planet guy made, I believe. So here it is here. So it's just a very dark, like black and blue ice giant there, looking cool. It's that one. Next up, we got Far Out 2018 VG18. So that's one of my custom objects I made. So there it is there. I think it's kind of ruined in this version of the game. Yeah, it's not looking like it used to. It's looking a little weird now, actually. So there's that one. Then we have Therian here. Let's place that one here. That's looking a little broken. There's still a few broken objects. Then we got this freeze burn. This was I saved this one from a recent simulation I was looking back on. This thing is really weird. Look at this. Let's just place a few of them in. So if I turn its temperature down, look how weird this thing looks. Like, what is all that about? I mean, it's just like, well, 500? Well, I think I've completely messed up. This one is really weird. It's some really weird glitchy thing. 2000 degrees. How about that? I mean, just look at this thing. Like, what is all that about? Let's just lower it down a bit. That is really weird the way that works. I think it's because it's got an atmosphere on it. Let's just hide the atmosphere quickly. There you go. Now we can just put it down to 0 degrees. Look at this. I mean, what has happened to this? This was a modded object from a previous version, and it is just gone crazy. Whatever happened to it, it's a very unique object in the present day. Next up, we've got Feud here. It's another object made by one of you guys. Then we have Gallifrey. This is a reference to the Doctor Who TV show, if anyone's ever heard of that. So that one is there. Gas Dwarf. Yeah, I did make a few saves of these as well. So this one is from one of the competitions. I think that was used in the evolving my own custom solar system from birth to death as well. So there's Gas Dwarf. Next up, we've got the gasser objects now. Okay, I think we'll finish off with the gassers for this episode, because, yeah, this is... We're not even probably... I don't even think we're a quarter of the way through yet. And we've already... Yeah, we still have a lot more to go. We're already 20 minutes in, so I think I would have to do maybe 2 or 3 parts for this series, because we've got a lot of stuff in here. So, go over here for the gassers. So, we've got Gasser Blue. So, these are all basically brown dwarf stars that have been tinted and customised. So, some of them are pretty hectic. Some of them are... They're all modded, if I remember right. So we've got a cyan version. Yeah, these things are pretty crazy. Then we've got the green one. That's one of my favourites there. We need to give them temperature to warm them up, actually. So we've got all the gases there. Magenta. We've got a pink one. A red one there. See, they do need warming up, these guys. And we have a red and a yellow one. So we can see the bright coloured ones at the back are just, like, really, really weird. Let's go ahead and actually give all the brown dwarfs, actually. Let's give them a bit of temperature. Let's put them up to about 500 degrees, maybe? 1,000 degrees. How about that? There you go. So let's give them all of their temperature they should be having as brown dwarfs. So this is what they should be looking like. Maybe this one needs a little more. There we go. So that's looking better. Gasser Brown. I like to use this one in simulations quite a lot. So yeah, it's quite a little brown dwarf there. Gasser Blue over here. 1,000 degrees maybe. Warm it up a bit. 2,000. So they just get a glow around them. Gasser Green. This is the Emerald God. Look at this one when we warm it up. That's a cool looking brown dwarf. We've got the pink one as well. Pink and green. These are really cool ones. Warm that one up as well. Then we have a red variant. Again, 2,000 degrees is roughly the sweet spot for those guys. Okay, cool. And then cyan again. I mean, 2,000 degrees. I mean, they're all just going to look the same, just brighter. So yeah, really cool lineup of brown dwarf objects there. So let's just go ahead and put them all over there. But yeah, there we go. So there are the brown dwarf, or the gassers as I like to call them. So there we are, guys. That is it for part 1 of Neptunian guys. Custom object list. So we've still got a lot to go through, but yeah, let me know of what you think so far of all these objects saved, and also if you want to make note that one of these objects is yours, let us know down below in the comments, because there's a lot of objects. Obviously it's not possible for me to remember the creator of every single one of these. That would be a lot of revision actually, but yeah, I mean I can remember some of them, but yeah, there's too many objects in here for me to remember, unfortunately, so apologies if I didn't mention you and one of these objects was yours. But yeah, there we are, guys. So that does it for part 1 of this sort of miniature little series of showing off all of my custom objects. I mean, it's quite good to get some of these out again, because some of these haven't been out of the menu for a long time. So it's good to see some of the objects all out there now. But let's go ahead and actually just save this so we can continue off where we left off in the next episode. So there we are, guys. Thank you very much for watching today, and yeah, if you liked it, let's see if we can go for 50 likes on this video, guys. It's got a little size comparison before we finish up as well. So there's the full lineup. It's obviously the Gasser Brown Dwarfs are the largest. Currently, we've got all the gas giants down here as well. Gasser Pink probably would have been quite good in the Valentine's system, actually, looking at them compared together there. Obviously, got all the deluxe objects, and obviously down to all of the gas. Look how many Jupiter variant objects there are. So many objects with bands and stuff. It's absolutely amazing. Got all of the ice giant objects there. I mean, there's just so many in here. I mean, look at that. I mean, how many have we got? Is there an info button for the system still? There used to be a way to see how many objects are in the system at once, but I don't know where the info button is anymore. It used to be on the corner here. If we just have a look in the mode here, we can see all of the... Yeah. we made good progress actually. We'll probably take 2 or 3 episodes, like I said. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Obviously, if you enjoyed it, like I said, go for 50 likes today, and also subscribe for more. Help us on a journey to 30,000 subscribers as well, guys. But with that all said and done, a massive thank you for watching today's video. And if you liked it, make sure to press that like button, like I said. And yeah, make sure you have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.